Hello everyone, this is Madhavi Karamodi, Assistant Professor in CSC Department. In the previous video, we have discussed about how to delete the first node and how to delete the last node. Now in this video, we will discuss about how to delete the middle node. Okay, see, delete middle. Okay, let us see the code parallelly. Void delete middle. So whatever element I want to delete, I am passing that value as a parameter. Okay, I am using the variable name as ELE. Okay, so here in this ELE, whatever value you want to delete, that value I will pass in the form of ELE with ELE. Okay, now see, as usual, if you want to pass or if you want to delete the middle element, first of all we need to find out which node you want to delete. Okay, so for that reason we need to take one extra pointer to move till the position of the deleting node. So for that we need to take one pointer, struct node star PTR. Okay, this PTR we are using for identifying the deleting node position. So first of all, we need to start comparing the deleting element with the first node. Okay, so that is the reason why we need to assign this PTR to the head position. So that comparison we need to start from the beginning position. So first check whether your list is empty or not. If your list is empty, nothing to be deleted. If the list contains some elements, then only we can delete the element. So let us check whether the list is empty or not. So for checking list is empty or not, we have the condition like head. If head is pointing to the null, that indicates that list is empty. If head is not null, that indicates that list contains some elements. Okay, see one example. Here I have 4 elements in my list. Sorry. This is single linked list. So single linked list node structure contains 2 partitions. Okay, just assume that here we have 4 nodes in the list. 200, 300, 400. First node is 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, this first node address is pointed by head pointer. And second node next part contains address of second node. First node next part contains address of second node. Second node next part contains address of third node. Third node next part contains address of fourth node. And fourth node is the last node in our list. So last node next field is null. Okay. Now I want to delete node 30. I want to delete node 30. So first of all, I need to find out the node 30 in the list. So for that reason, we can't move head pointer because head always points to the first node. So we need to take one extra pointer. With the help of that extra pointer, we need to reach till the position. So here I am taking PTR. Okay. Initially, PTR is pointing 100. First node. Now I need to compare this PTR with the data that is to be deleted. Now what data we want to delete? We want to delete node 30. Okay, data 30. Now I am comparing PTR data with 30. So here PTR data is 10. So PTR data is not 30. In that case, I need to move PTR to the next position. Now PTR data is 20. the 20 is compared with our deleting element 30. So that is not matched. So move PTR to the next position. Now PTR comes to third node position. Now compare PTR data. PTR data is 30. Our deleting element is also 30. So here we found the deleting node. So in that case, what we need to do? We need to delete this node. After deletion of this node, let us observe here. If you delete 30, this 40 will be separated from the list. That is the reason why we should not delete 30 directly. Okay. So before deleting 30, we should connect 20 to the 40. Then we should delete 30. Right? So that is the reason why if your point PTR is here, if you want to connect PTR next node with this 20 node, definitely there should some pointer to point 20 node. Okay, because it is single linked list. In single linked list, there is only one way communication is possible. We cannot traverse back. Okay, if your PTR is in the 30 position, if you want to link 40, 40 means PTR next node. So if you want to connect PTR next node with 20, here to point 20 there is no pointer. Okay, so we cannot go back in single linked list. That is the reason why what we need to do is, we need to take the two pointers. One pointer we need to put before the deleting element and other pointer at the deleting element position. So if you delete that node, deleting node previous node is connected to the deleting node next node. So that is the logic behind this. Let us see how to implement that logic in the program. So here we need one more pointer, okay, to point to the previous node. Why? Because in previous node next field we need to save the address of 400, right? So for that reason, take one more pointer P. Take one more pointer P. Now write the condition. Why? What is the condition here? We need to verify whether PTR data is our deleting element or not. PTR data. Okay, if PTR data is not equal to our deleting element, then what to do? We need to move PTR to the next position. Let us see the same logic with this example. So this logic, check this logic with this example. So now PTR data is 10. Okay, PTR data is 10. But our deleting element is 30. 10 is not equal to 30. This condition satisfied. Condition satisfied. If this condition satisfied, we will come into this loop. Inside the loop, what we need to do? We need to move PTR to the next position. Right? So before moving PTR to the next position, if you find the position of the deleting element, we need to copy the deleting node next field in the previous node next field. Okay, that is the reason why we need to know the position of previous node also. Okay, so before moving PTR to the next position, preserve the previous node information in some pointer. Okay, so save the PTR address in P. Save the PTR address in P. Then move your PTR to the next position. Then you move your PTR to the next position. See this logic once. Here in my example, PTR data is 10. 10 is not equal to 30. So condition satisfied. So we are entering into the loop. Inside the loop, what we are doing? PTR address we are assigning to P. What is the PTR address? 100. So that 100 I am giving to P. Okay. Now P is 100 and in next step what we are doing? PTR next. What is the PTR next address? 200. So that 200 I am assigning to PTR. So PTR comes to this position. Previously PTR is 100. Now it will be changed to 200. Right? Now at this position, again compare PTR data with the deleting element. What is the PTR data? 20. 20 again not equal to 30. Again condition satisfied. We will enter into this while loop. So inside the while loop, what we are doing? We are giving PTR address to the P. and we are moving PTR to the next position. What is the PTR address now? 200. So that 200 we are giving it to the P. That means this P moves to this position. This will become 200. Okay. Now PTR next we need to assign to PTR. What is the PTR next? 300. So that 300 we are assigning to PTR. That means your PTR comes to this position. Your PTR comes to this position. Now verify your PTR. Okay. Now what is the PTR data? 30. PTR data is 30 and not equal to 30. Here condition failed. If this condition is failed, means we reach the deleting node position. Okay. If you reach the deleting node position, what to do? We need to connect this PTR next. This is the PTR node and this is the PTR next node. Right? So this PTR next node address we need to copy in the P next node. Okay. See, after reaching the position, PTR points to the 300 and P points to 200. Right? Once you reach the deleting node position, what we need to do is, we need to store this PTR next address, whatever node address that is there in the PTR next field, that address we need to copy it in the previous node next field. What is the previous node? P. So this P is having 300. So that 300 we need to replace with 400. Okay, that 300 we need to replace with 400. If you replace that 300 with 400, automatically this connection will be established between P and the PTR next node, and this link will be disconnected, and these two links will be disconnected. Okay, so here whatever value that is there in the PTR next, that value we are storing in the P next. That means automatically this link will be established and this link will be disconnected because we are replacing 300. So this link will be disconnected. Alright. Now this node is separated from the list. Now this node is separated from the list. If this node is separated from the list, now remove that node from the memory by using free function. Okay. So before just write this code in the program. So here what we are doing, if you find the node position, then what we are doing in P next, here in P next, we are saving address of PTR next. Here PTR next is 400. PTR next is 400. That 400 we are saving in P next. So this is the statement. P next equal to PTR next. So this connection will be established. Now this node will be separated from the list. Now remove that node. What is the name of that node? PTR. So how to remove the memory from that node? We can do it by using free function. So free PTR. Free PTR. Now close the else block and close the function. This is the deletion in the middle node. Okay. So first of all, we need to take two pointers. One pointer is for identifying the deleting node position and another pointer is for pointing previous node of deleting node. Okay. So first check whether the list is empty or not. If list is empty, there is no problem. If list is not empty, now whatever node we want to delete, compare that node with the PTR node, PTR data. Okay, if PTR data is not equal to deleting element, then give the PTR address to the P and move the PTR to the next position. Okay, so this loop repeats until you found the deleting node. Once you find the deleting node, that deleting node is pointed by PTR and deleting node previous node is pointed by P. Now in P next we should save PTR next value. Okay, if you do this statement, if you execute this statement, automatically PTR will be separated from the list. Now remove the PTR or remove the memory from the PTR node by using free function. So with this statement, that node will be deleted from the memory. So this is the deleting the middle node or deleting our specified node from the linked list. Okay. Next, see how to display the nodes of the single linked list. Okay, see the display function. Void display. Okay, see how to print all the nodes of the single linked list. Here also, as usual, for moving first node to last node, we need one extra pointer. So take the extra pointer, declare the extra pointer, struct node star ptr. Okay, initially we need to start printing from the beginning node. So assign head address to the ptr. Head address to the ptr. Right? So if you want to print the nodes or data of the single linked list, first of all, list should have some elements. If list is empty, nothing to be printed. Okay. So check whether the list is empty or not. If head equal to null, that indicates that list is empty. Okay. If list is not empty, then only we can display the nodes of the list. So this display function similar to length function of single linked list. If you observe in the previous video, we have discussed about length, how to count the number of nodes in a single linked list. So this display function is also similar to this counting function of a single linked list, but except one statement. Okay, in case of length function, we are using count variable for counting all the nodes, but here no need to use count function. Except that statement, everything is same. Okay, see the display function. As usual, assume that we have some nodes in the list. Just assume that 4 nodes are there in our list. 100, 200, 300, 400. Okay, first node is 10, 20, 30, 40. Last node, next field is null, and this is our head. Initially, head pointer points to the first node address, that is 100. Okay, now see, first node next part contains address of second node next part contains address of third node next part contains address of fourth node is our last node, so fourth node next part is null. This is common. Now see, if you want to print each and every node data part, we need to take one extra pointer, because if you move the head pointer, we will miss it is unable to, once you move head pointer till the end, we cannot go back. Okay, so it will be very difficult to identify the first node again. That is the reason why we should not move head pointer. So take one extra pointer, start or initialize that pointer address with the first address, then visit that node, print that node value, then move to the next position. Okay, here what are the values we need to print? We need to print the data of the nodes, that is 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, first assign PTR, for PTR assign the first node address. So print the PTR data. What is the PTR data? 10 here. Okay, so if a PTR next or PTR is not null, then move to the PTR to the next position. Okay, here we are not comparing PTR data with the null, or we are not comparing PTR next value with the null. Here we are comparing PTR value with the null. Okay, so always PTR is points to the address. So here PTR value is 100. So it is not null. So move PTR to the next position. Print the PTR data. Okay, now PTR value is 200. So move to the next node. Now PTR node is 300. So print the PTR data, move to the next node. Now PTR comes to the fourth position. Now PTR data is 40. Print that 40. Now assign PTR next address to PTR. PTR next address is null. Now PTR becomes null. If PTR becomes null, then come out of that loop. If PTR is not null, move to the next position. Same logic. Whatever logic we have used for finding length of the single linked list, same logic here also we are using. See that logic? While, okay, here write the condition while PTR not equal to null. If PTR value is not equal to null, then what to do? We need to print the PTR data. So printf %d PTR data. Okay. So after printing PTR data, we need to assign PTR next address. I mean, we need to move PTR to the next node position. So for that, assign PTR next address to the PTR. Right? See this, check this condition once whether it is printing properly or not. So here, condition is while PTR not equal to null. Here what is PTR? 100. So 100 not equal to null. Condition satisfied. Condition satisfied. We'll enter into this loop. We'll print PTR data. What is the PTR data? 10. So 10 will be printed here. So 10 will be printed here. Next, PTR equal to PTR next. What is the PTR next? 200. So that 200 will be assigned to the PTR. So if you assign 200 to the PTR, PTR moves to second node position. Right? Now again while loop. PTR not equal to null. What is PTR now? 200. So 200 not equal to null. Condition satisfied. If condition satisfied, we'll enter into this while loop. Now we are printing PTR data. What is PTR data? 20. So 20 will be printed on the screen. Now next, PTR next equal to PTR next. What is PTR next? 300. So the 200 will be replaced with 300. Now PTR moves to the 300 address. That is third node position. Right? Again comparison. PTR not equal to null. What is PTR now? 300. 300 not equal to null. Condition again satisfied. We'll enter into this while loop. Printf PTR data. What is PTR data? 30. Okay? PTR data is 30. Now, move the PTR to the next node. PTR next. What is PTR next? 400. So, 400 is assigned to PTR. Right? So, PTR moves to this node position. Now, again comparison. PTR not equal to null. Now, what is the PTR? 400. What is the PTR? 400. 400 not equal to null. Condition satisfied. Again, we'll enter into this while loop. Print the PTR data. What is PTR data? 40. So, it will print 40. Right? After printing 40, move PTR to the next node. What is PTR next? Null. So, assign null value to PTR. Okay. So, this 400 is replaced with null. After assigning, next comparison. PTR. Here PTR value is now null. Null not equal to null. Condition failed. If condition failed, we will not enter into this loop. Right? So, we will come out of this while loop. After coming out of this while loop, close the else block. Now, okay, it's already printed is over, right? Close the else block and close the function, display function. So, this is the way to traverse from one node to another node. While traversing, we are printing all the nodes information. So, here in printf statement, directly we have given %d. So, between the node numbers, there will not be any space. One after the other, everything will be printed. So, if you want to present it in a clear manner, here just add a tab space between each and every node. Okay. So, after 10 and 20, between each and while printing each and every node, the tab space will be included. So, this is the way to print the values in the values of the linked list. Okay, so in this lecture we have discussed about how to delete the middle node. After that we have seen how to display all the nodes information, right? So this is about in this lecture, this video. So in next video we'll see one more topic on single linked list, how to reverse the single linked list and how to search the element in the single linked list. Okay, thank you. So see you in the next video.